Welcome everyone to WordPress and Coffee. Today, yesterday we went over the Elementor page builder, and today I wanted to take another look at the Themify Ultra theme, and it has its own Themify builder, and it is a WordPress page builder. I really like the Themify version. There'll be a link to the comment, or a link in the description, so you can download it and check it out if you like. Anyway, I want to go over the Themify builder and just kind of give you an idea of how it works and everything like that. Like I said, I really like it. It's something that I think could be very useful for web developers to quickly build websites for their clients. And anyway, we'll head over to the browser here. But first, I just wanted to remind everybody that this is a live stream. It happens Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you would subscribe, like to this page, or like this channel, I'd appreciate it. And with that, let's head over to the browser cam. And here you can see I have installed the Themify Ultra theme. And if we look at our appearance here in themes, you can see it's installed. We are using the Ultra theme here. And if we want to manage our client, let's look at our this is what the default looks like. The default install. This is just a WordPress install. Everything is default. There's nothing special here. This is how it comes. Now, if you want to do edit or anything like that, you can customize. You can click the little customize here and customize to get into the where you can customize all of the settings and everything for your website. As you can see, it does like a live build of your site. So here is all your options. You have basic options, and then you have advanced, which has some more options included. Look over the advanced tab real quick. Kind of give you an idea of what's going on there. Let's let this load up, and it gives you a few more options in here. So we'll just leave it on this tab for now. Here's your body. You can change the background. You can select a color, like whatever color you want to use. You can just drag and drop, color it. If you wanted blue, you can easily choose a color there, and here's where you can do your transparency. If you want to set a transparency on it, you can do that. For instance, let's get out of this. We'll just highlight this, delete all that, goes back to normal. We can set a background image here. You can either select one out of your media library, or you can upload one, whichever. We'll just select this one for now, insert the image, and you can see it inserts the image. Here is where you can do all the settings. If you do not want a repeat, you can just have it like that, where it doesn't repeat. Or you can do a full cover, and this will cover the entire area here. And then you can select no background image, and it will get rid of it automatically. That's that. Let's put that back the way it was. Okay, that's that one. And then you can go to the body font, and here's where you can change the font. And this is pretty much over the entire, basically the like default stuff. So this is your default area, so you can set a default font. if you want here, like, and it does everything live preview, it immediately changes on this live preview. You can see these Google fonts come in, and it has all tons and tons of Google fonts that you can choose from. It does a font preview. You can just kind of select wherever you want. Let's see, this is the sans. Let's see what that looks like. Select that, and it changes it to whatever. Let's try another one here. Here's a script one. You can see it changes everything to this little script font. So there, I mean, there's just tons of options you can do here. We'll just set this back to Helvetica. And line height, or if you want, you can just delete it. If you just want whatever comes with the theme, you can delete it, and that's just the default, whatever is with the theme. Excuse me. You can adjust your line heights if you want, you know, more lines between your text. Like, you can change that if you want to, like 30 pixels or whatever. There's really nothing here that's going to display that or show that, so I will just delete that out. Here's where you can do other things, like you can set to italic and so forth. If you want to do that, you can do that. The body link, these are like your anchors here, all your stuff like that. You can set a color to these. Like if you wanted to use blue, you can change them to blue, and as you can see in the live preview, it changes them. So you can set all that, you know, just kind of drag around and choose wherever you want. Link body oh, and here's where you can do, you can change the boldness. So you can change these to a bold on the body link, so all the linked images will bold. You can do an underline on them, as you can see they're underlined. And that basically just does the general ones. I mean, these can be overwritten per page, or however you want to do that. We'll get into that a little bit more in here in a second. So that's the body link. And then the next column we have the hover. This is where you can change the color if you on hover. So for instance, let's set this to green, like that. And we'll set it to bold on hover, something like that. And it's loading there for a second. Now if you mouse over it, it's green and bold on these. That's that. I'm just going to X that out, and I'll X out that. If you push the little X, it will remove all your selections there. So that's the body link hover. So that's just basically for your anchors. And then you have body padding and margins. This is where you can set margin and padding on your page. So let's just do here, see what happens. If we do 50, it does a margin of 50. As you can see, it kind of moved a little bit. Padding, you can do padding, and padding is on the inside, margin is on the outside of your page. So that's pretty much that. And then here is where you can get into the layout containers. There's a page wrap container that you can set different settings and everything like that. And then there's page width, where you can set your default width of the page if you want to. Like for instance, so you only want to go 600 on the width. You can put in 600. and that changed the width to 600. See how it's a lot squished down a lot more there. So that's pretty much that. Like I said, you just kind of have to play with these settings and you know, mess with it. I am going to be doing some videos of doing actual site builds, like follow along and stuff, where you can follow along and we can actually build a site. So middle container, this middle container is, let's see what this is. That's this right here is what they consider the middle container, and you can set your colors there. Like you can set, for instance, say we something like this, and then we wanted to do transparent. You can see that image starts blowing through it that we set for the background image. It starts coming through. So if you wanted to do like a, you know, blue or something, gray, probably like a blue would be nice in this instant. You can do that where it has kind of a blue tint with that background image. That's just something you could do if you want. And then you can set margins, you can set the padding, you can do borders. Like if you wanted a border, you could do a solid border. And this is on the, let's just do 10 pixels. Let's see what that does. That's not doing anything. Well, what happened here? What did I do? Solid. Oh, 10 pixels. There we go. Got to put it in the right area. So this is the, we'll do a border around it. You can change this to dotted. They have dashed. Double, like a double line. And so forth and so on. And this is where you can set your color of your border to whatever you want. I would say in this instance, let's do a you know, like some kind of reddish kind of font. You could do that. And that's pretty much that right there. That's that tag, or that's that container, the middle container. And then a content container, this is basically around the content, which is this right here. For instance, we can highlight that by setting a background color on it. We'll just change it to white. And you can see our gray. Well, okay, there's white right there. So that's the content background. If you want to change the margin, you can change the margin here. Like if you wanted 10 pixels, so you can see it drops down. And if you just want to do, like on the top, you can just do set whatever you want on the top. Like if you wanted 30, it just drops it down. It doesn't do the whole area, it just does the top. You can do the top and bottom, so forth and so on. But that's pretty much the idea there. I'm just going to change this back. There's nothing there. And get rid of that. This is just playing around with it. Just kind of give you an idea of how everything works. And that was the, and then you have the sidebar container, which is basically the same thing. This is the sidebar, and this is where, hang on a second, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. Sidebar container. This is where you can like change the background and so forth on it. Let's just kind of give you an idea. That's the container there. Like if you wanted this to be more like a, something. Let's just say something like this. You can't really tell. You can't really see. Let's go with the gray. This will kind of give you an idea. That's how you can do that. As you can see, this is really close to the edge. It's basically boom, boom together on the edge. There is no spacing. So to fix that, you could go up here and add some padding. If you wanted to add some padding, you could add some padding, and you can see it spaced it out for us there. No problem. And then what else can you do here? If you wanted to do a background image on that, you could add a background image. If you want to set a border, you could set a border. For instance, we'll just do 1 pixel. No, not 1 pixel. Let's do 10 pixels just to kind of give demonstration here. That's how you do that. Now, how you can see how this is really close to the border here. If you wanted to do a little space there, at the top only, and not the bottom. Well, let's just do on the top and bottom. So you could select here on this margin, and then you can unselect that, and let's just do a margin on the top, 10 pixels. See how it dropped it down, and a margin on the bottom of 10 pixels. And that will give it some space on the top and bottom. That's that. And you can pretty much go through here and see there are tons of things that you can do. So that's pretty much the sidebar container, and then the next one is where you can do headings. So you can set different sizes for your headings, like H1, H2, H3, H4. This is where you would set your default sizes that you wanted to set up. Like for instance, let's see, what is this? This is, if I inspect this element, what is this? This is an H2. Okay, so to change the H2, I could go in here and go H2 font, change the pixels to 10 pixels. And it's not going to change because apparently there is an overwrite for it, so it's not going to change that there. This has been overridden. This is probably a title or something. It probably has another class set with it, so it's not changing. So just because it doesn't change, you just got to dig a little deeper and see where it's set at, and then change that. It's more than likely it's a class. It's probably like a post title class or something like that, and they have an actual size set for it. So that's why that's not changing. Anyway, so that's pretty much your headers there. And then forms, you have forms, form fields. I guess that's like this would be a form where the search is here. Let's see, no background color. Background color, let's see. Yeah. So if you wanted to change the background color of your, like, say you wanted to do a gray here, like a dark gray, you could do a dark gray. And then you could set the color, like let's just put that to white. So now if we type in here, it will be white. And here's where you can put the line height, font, weight. So if you wanted to do italics, I guess I would do italics on the, yeah. You could do bold. You just pretty much do like your font weight here. This is where you could do bold, normal, 100, 300, normal, bold, just whatever you wanted to do. So now you go in here as a bold, italic. That's that. Form button. Okay, so where was I? So I did form fields. Now form field focus. So that's if you focus on it like that, You can change the background color, I believe. Let's see here. Let's change it to here. Maybe. Okay, let's just do a lighter color there. Now if I focus on it, you can see it changes. That's focus. Focus is when you click on it, you know, into that field. So you can change, you know, they would change color, background color, border, whatever you want to do. I mean, that's just kind of up to you how you want to do that. And then they have buttons here. We don't have any buttons on this page. No, there's no buttons on this page, but that's for like submit buttons and so forth on like forms and stuff. You can set the styles on that easy. And then if you, whenever you hover them, if you wanted to change colors, if you wanted to do something like that, you could do that. No big deal. It's pretty much the same settings. Everything is, for the most part, the same settings. If you want to do anything more advanced than that, then you could do this custom CSS and add your own CSS. You know, like if I really wanted to change this, I could find the class that is and then make my changes and so forth and so on. And then where are we now? We are at form button hovers. We did that. And then you have your headers. Okay, your header. Okay, I was thinking headings. So you have your header, and you have your header wrap, and I believe that is this up here. Yeah, that's this up here. So if we set a color on that one, you can see how it changes here. This is the header. So we could set, you know, something like this, and then we wanted our background color. You could set your margin here. You can set your padding, border. If we wanted to add a border, we could do a solid border on it with 10 pixels. As you can see, it covers up. That's because a border goes on the outside of the content area, kind of like where the margin would be. That's where it is. It's offset on the outside. You can change it where it is set to an inside border as well, so it kind of goes to the inside like padding would. But the default is on the outside for a border. So I'm just going to get rid of this border. This is just demonstration. Now you could do like, if you wanted like the top border, like if you just wanted a line at the top, you could easily do this. You could just do border top, and then set your color, and then however many pixels, and it will do a line at the top. As you can see there, can't really see that though. So let's change it to something darker. There you go. Now you can see it. We just did it black. You can see it really good there. And like if you wanted to throw one at the bottom too, you could do the same thing by just selecting it here. And we'll just do like a dotted, let's just do 5 pixels. And then the color, you know, you can do something like that right there. It's not showing up, and the reason why it's not showing up is because I selected the wrong thing. I selected border left, not the border bottom. I should have selected this one for the border bottom. So to fix that, oops, mistake, I'm just going to exit that out, and then I'll go to border bottom, and I'll click dotted, and then I'm going to do 5 pixels. As you can see, they pop up, and it's kind of a dotted thing there. And then I could change it. So pretty much this is all up to your, you know, really your imagination. You can do whatever you want to do to a website. It's You know, there's a lot more advanced stuff that you can do. This is just kind of the basic. Like I said, I'm going to be going and making some videos for actually building, you know, like actual website builds is what I'm going to do. Where I actually take one of my clients and I build the website using this, and I show you exactly how it's done. So if you want to get into web development, or if you're already a web developer, this is just to kind of give you, you know, ideas. And that's basically what this show's about, is just to, you know, show you, just talk about different things to do with web development and so forth and so on. So, whoops, sorry about that. So today I just kind of wanted to go over and show you a little bit about the Themify Ultra Builder, and like I said, I'll put a link in the link in the description so you can download it. If you want to purchase it, you can purchase it. It's a really nice theme. I really like it, and I plan on using it a lot more in a lot of my projects. Anyway, I believe that's all I'm going to talk about today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, and let's just make sure I don't have any questions. No questions. Okay. Well, like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and everyone have a good day. Bye.